It is also to be respectfully stated that there is no academic or technical impediment to print the question paper in Meitei Mek alongside Bangla script, as is done for other languages with multiple scripts. The printing of questions in both Bangla and Meitei Mek will uphold the principles of fairness, inclusivity, and constitutional respect for India's linguistic diversity, and will improve the UPSC examination system. As such, it is demanded that the matter may be brought to the attention of UPSC and concerned authority and to rectify it at an early date. Thank you, sir.
श्रीमान दीपक प्रकाश जी।
धन्यवाद माननीय सभापति महोदय। मैं आपके माध्यम से सरकार का ध्यान देश की प्राचीनतम संस्कृति के ध्वजवाहक उरांव और संथाली आदिवासी समाज की अस्मिता और उनके पवित्र तीर्थ स्थलों की ओर आकर्षित करना चाहता हूं। महोदय, जहां पुरखों की खुशबू है वहां आस्था का डेरा है। वो रोहतासगढ़, वो मुड़मा, वो मारंगबुरु पहचान का सवेरा है। अध्यक्ष महोदय, उरांव समाज का गौरवशाली इतिहास बिहार के रोहतासगढ़ से जुड़ा हुआ है, जो उनकी स्मृतियां का केंद्र है और उनका पवित्र स्थल है, वो उनका आस्था का केंद्र बिंदु है। वहीं रांची के मांडर में स्थित मुड़मा स्थल न केवल एक धार्मिक शक्ति खूंटा है, बल्कि यहाँ से उस पढ़ा परंपरा की शुरुआत हुई थी जिसने आदिवासियों की राजनीतिक, प्रशासनिक और सामाजिक सूत्र में पिरोने का काम किया था। महोदय, आज भी यह स्थल लाखों लोग वहां आते हैं और वहां के आदिवासी लाखों लोगों के वो आस्था का केंद्र बिंदु भी है। इसी प्रकार से संथाल समाज की अटूट आस्था का प्रतीक मारंगबुरु पारसनाथ पहाड़ में स्थित है सर। और यह केवल पर्वत नहीं है बल्कि संथालों का सर्वोच्च देवता और उनके अस्तित्व का पहचान है। लेकिन दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण यह स्थिति है सर, वहाँ आधारभूत संरचना का अभाव है सर। वहाँ पानी, बिजली, सड़क की स्थिति दयनीय है सर। इसलिए मैं अस्तित्व बिना पहचान कहाँ, जड़ बिना कहाँ सम्मान नहीं। आज ये वैश्विक धरोहर बुनियादी सुविधाओं के लिए तरस रही है महोदय। विरासत सुरक्षित रहेगी तभी आदिवासियत बचेगी। मेरी सरकार से मांग है कि मारंगबुरु, मुड़मा और रोहतासगढ़ को एक विशिष्ट सांस्कृतिक कॉरिडोर बना करके आदिवासियत को बचाने का काम करें। धन्यवाद।
श्रीमान केसरी देव सिंह झाला जी।
मान्य अध्यक्ष महोदय, आपे मने काठियावाड़ी घोड़ानी नस्ल ने संरक्षण और संवर्धनना महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दाओं पर बोलवानो तक आपी है, बदल हूँ आपनो आभार व्यक्त करूँ छूँ। महोदय, हूँ आज सरकारનું ध्यान काठियावाड़ी घोड़ाओનું संरक्षण और प्रोत्साहन तरफ दौरवा मागू छूँ। आ एक एवी नस्ल, स्वदेशी नस्ल है कि जे मात्र गुजरातનું नहीं पण भारतનું शौर्य और सांस्कृतिक वारसाનું एक प्रतीकरूप है। तेनी अद्भुत शक्ति, कठोर हवामान सामे टकी रहवानी क्षमता અને તેની ખાસ ઓળખ એવી એની રેવાલચાલ, આ અંદરના તરફ વળતા એમના કાન, આ બધાએ આ કાઠિયાવાડી ઘોડા ને દુનિયાની અનોખી જાતુમાં એને અનોખો બનાવે છે। આ ઘોડાઓની ખાસ કરીને યુદ્ધના મેદાનમાં લાંબા સમય લડવા માટે તૈયાર કરવામાં આવ્યા હતા। ઇતિહાસ સાક્ષી છે કે આ દેશની સુરક્ષા માટે જે યોદ્ધાઓ, જે શૂરવીરોએ પ્રાણના બલિદાન આપ્યા છે, એમની વાર્તા એમના અશ્વ વગર અધૂરી છે। આજે પણ આપણા આર્મી અને સિવિલ ડિફેન્સ દળોમાં અશ્વદળનું ઘણું મહત્ત્વ છે। રાષ્ટ્રીય સુરક્ષા અને સરકારી કાર્યક્રમમાં આપણા સ્વદેશી નસલના ઘોડાઓ ઉપયોગ કરવામાં આવે, આ આપણા વારસાની સાચી આદર આપવા સમાન હશે અને આત્મનિર્ભરતાનું એક પ્રતીકરૂપ બનશે। પરંતુ મહોદય, ક્રોસ બ્રીડિંગ અને યોગ્ય વ્યવસ્થાના અભાવે આ શુદ્ધ નસલ સાથે આજે જોખમમાં મૂકવામાં આવ્યું છે। જો આપણે અત્યારે જાગૃત નહીં થઈ તો આ શુદ્ધ औलाद કાયમ માટે લુપ્ત થઈ શકે એમ છે। કાઠિયાવાડી ઘોડાઓ અશ્વ પર્યટન, ગ્રામીણ રોજગારી અને રમતગમત માટે અપાર સંભાવનાઓને રહેલ છે। જો આપણે ઘોડાઓનું પ્રદર્શન, હરીફાઈઓ, મેળાઓ આયોજન કરીએ તો તેમાંથી ગ્રામીણ આવક વધશે અને યુવા પેઢી પણ આ વારસાનો સાચવવા માટે પ્રેરિત થશે। અશ્વપાલકો પણ આ વછેરીઓને ઉછેર કરી અને પોતાનું ગુજારણ ચલાવે છે। જો સરકાર આમાં મદદ કરાવે તો એ મુદ્દો આગળ વધે। આપણા વડાપ્રધાન નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદી સાહેબ હંમેશા સ્વદેશી औलादोને પ્રોત્સાહન આપવા ભાર મૂકે છે। લશ્કરમાં મુધોલ હાઉન્સ જેવા શ્વાનને પણ ભરતી એનું જીવતું જાગતું ઉદાહરણ છે. દુનિયામાં એકમાત્ર પાલતુ પ્રાણી એવું છે કે જે ઓલિમ્પિક રમતોમાં પણ સામેલ છે. હું સરકારને વિનંતી કરું છું કે ઘોડાઓ માટે એક વ્યાપક નીતિ બનાવવામાં આવે જેમાં પશુપાલકનું હિત જળવાય. અને મારી નમ્ર વિનંતી છે કે ગુજરાત સૌરાષ્ટ્ર વિસ્તારના અંદર નેશનલ રિસર્ચ સેન્ટર અને ઇક્વાઇન NRCEનું પ્રાદેશિક કેન્દ્ર ખોલવામાં આવે. આ અસલ નસલના ઘોડાને એક GI ટેગના માધ્યમથી પ્રાદેશિક ઓળખ મળે, નકલખોરો સામે પશુપાલકનું હિત રક્ષણ થશે અને આંતરરાષ્ટ્રીય સ્તરે પણ એની ઓળખ વધશે. આ પગલાં લેવાથી આ ભવ્ય નસલ બચાવી શકશું અને કાઠિયાવાડી ઘોડાને ભારતના ગૌરવ અને શક્તિના પ્રતીક તરીકે હંમેશા ગર્વથી
શ્રીમાન હર્ષવર્ધન શ્રીંગલાજી.
Honorable Sir, I rise to draw the attention of this august House to a matter of urgent public importance that affects the daily lives of thousands of residents of Binabadi Gram Panchayat under Khodibadi block of Fasideva and Darjeeling district. Nearly 50 to 60,000 people, predominantly small and marginal farmers, reside in this region. Although Khodibadi market lies merely 7 to 8 kilometers from the railway crossing, the absence of a rail underpass or gate has become a severe impediment to mobility and livelihood. Farmers are compelled to take a long and costly diversion to transport vegetables and agricultural produce. As a result, by the time they reach the market, prices often fall, causing direct income losses and in many cases loss of valuable produce. This is not merely a matter of economics, it is a serious concern of safety, access and dignity. The rural hospital and higher secondary schools are located across the railway line. During medical emergencies, patients face dangerous delays while school children are forced to cross the railway tracks daily, creating constant anxiety for parents and teachers alike. Sir, under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, railway infrastructure development and the elimination of unsafe crossings have become prioritized nationwide in the interest of public safety. I therefore earnestly request the Ministry of Railways in coordination with the Ministry of Rural Development to urgently sanction and construct a rail underpass or rail gate at the crossings on the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana road in Binagudi Gram Panchayat. This single intervention will significantly enhance agricultural marketing, ensure student safety, improve healthcare access and safeguard lives. Thank you, sir.
Professor Manoj Kumar Jha.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir, for allowing me to raise this very important issue. And I'm very glad that the Leader of the House and Honorable Health Minister is also here. Sir, since the month of September, on account of a deep personal family crisis, I have spent 3 to 4 months in All India Institute of Medical Sciences. So, after coming from there, मैंने एक अंग्रेजी दैनिक में एक लेख भी लिखा कि एम्स अस्पताल महज अस्पताल नहीं है, खास करके एम्स दिल्ली. लेकिन मेरी चिंता उस आलेख में ये भी थी कि जो भी एम्स हमने इनके दौर में या आपके दौर में खोले हैं अलग अलग क्षेत्रों में, वो पेशेंट को होल्ड क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. और अभी भी जिस प्रकार की भीड़, जिस प्रकार की दिक्कतों का सामना करके, देयर इज एब्सोल्यूट मिसमैच ऑनरेबल चेयरमैन सर, जो एक डिमांड है और जो ओपीडी कैपेसिटी है. मैंने वहाँ के डॉक्टर्स, नर्सेस, सपोर्ट स्टाफ, पैरामेडिक के स्टाफ, उनकी जीवन शैली देखी है. एक दिन के अंदर अलग अलग, चूंकि मैं वहाँ सर 4 महीने रहा, तो मैंने एम्स की सुबह देखी, एम्स की शाम देखी, मौसम को बदलते देखा. लेकिन जो चीज पीड़ादायक थी सर, वो मैं ये बताऊं कि वहां कई पेशेंट्स को, जो अब ऑनलाइन भी हो गया है तो डेट आगे का मिला करता है, लेकिन वो बीमारी क्रोनिक है, परेशान रहते हैं, वो यहां आ जाते हैं. मैं फिर दोहरा रहा हूं कि एम्स उनके लिए महज एक अस्पताल नहीं है, आखिरी आशा है, लास्ट आइलैंड ऑफ होप. और वैसी परिस्थितियों में शेल्टर होम्स हैं सर, लेकिन मैं सरकार से आग्रह करूंगा कि इसकी कुछ समुचित व्यवस्था सर होनी चाहिए। ऐसा इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं कि अगर हमने जो बाकी एम्स खोले हैं, अगर उसमें भी उसी लेवल का रिसर्च, उसी लेवल का इंगेजमेंट, उसी लेवल का कंपैशन, उसी लेवल का इंड्योरेंस अगर ये होता, तो शायद एम्स दिल्ली में जो वर्कलोड है और जिस प्रकार की जो मैंने कहा कि दिक्कतें हैं, सर एक चीज अक्सर हम नजरअंदाज कर जाते हैं, सरकार में कोई भी हो, जब कोई डेली वेज अर्नर केयर टेकर की भूमिका में होता है एक पेशेंट के, सर वो मेडिकल पॉवर्टी के ट्रैप में फंस जाता है। हमने अक्सर किताबों में पढ़ा स्ट्रक्चरल पॉवर्टी और उस पर हमारा फोकस रहता है, लेकिन मेडिकल पॉवर्टी सर ये विकराल रूप लेती जा रही है। उसके पीछे एक तर्क और भी है सर कि हमारा हेल्थ सेक्टर का झुकाव निजी क्षेत्र की ओर लगातार बढ़ता जा रहा है। मेरा निजी से कोई विरोध नहीं है, लेकिन सार्वजनिक उपक्रमों में अगर हमने इन्वेस्ट नहीं किया और वो दायरा नहीं बढ़ाया तो मुश्किल होगी। शुक्रिया आपका बहुत बहुत माननीय सभापति महोदय।
श्रीमान अखिलेश प्रसाद सिंह जी।
थैंक यू चेयरमैन सर। आज आपने लगातार बिहार के लोगों को मौका दिया, इसके लिए मैं आपका धन्यवाद करता हूं। आज भारत अपनी सेमीकंडक्टर आवश्यकताओं का लगभग 85 से 90% आयात करता है, जिसमें देश के इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, ऑटोमोबाइल, दूरसंचार, रक्षा और डिजिटल अर्थव्यवस्था का अत्यधिक रूप से वैश्विक आपूर्ति श्रृंखलाओं पर निर्भर हो गई है। एक मार्केट रिपोर्ट के अनुसार वर्ष 2022 में भारत का घरेलू सेमीकंडक्टर बाजार लगभग 27 अरब अमेरिकी डॉलर का था, जिसके 2030 तक 80 से 100 अरब अमेरिकी डॉलर तक पहुंचने का अनुमान है। यह तेज वृद्धि भारत के लिए एक बड़ा अवसर है, लेकिन साथ ही यह रणनीतिक जोखिम भी उजागर करती है कि जैसा कि कोविड-19 और वैश्विक चिप संकट के दौरान स्पष्ट रूप से देखा गया। इस रणनीतिक कमजोरी को ध्यान में रखते हुए भारत सरकार ने सेमीकॉन इंडिया मिशन की स्थापना की थी, लेकिन बिहार की जो स्थिति है उसमें जो युवा वर्ग है 25 साल से कम है, 7.5 करोड़ युवाओं की आयु वर्ग लगभग 25 साल से नीचे की है। इसलिए हम जो लॉजिस्टिक और केमिकल्स, टूलिंग, पैकेजिंग, रख रखाव, एमएसएमई और सर्विस सेक्टर के माध्यम से 2 से 3 गुना अधिक प्रत्यक्ष रोजगार सृजित होने की संभावना रहती है। बिहार में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और सेमीकंडक्टर औद्योगिक पार्कों की स्थापना से न केवल क्षेत्रीय असंतुलन कम होगा, बल्कि बड़े पैमाने पर होने वाले श्रमिक पलायन पर भी प्रभावी रोक लगेगी और राज्य को पहली बार उच्च प्रौद्योगिकी विनिर्माण से जोड़ा जा सकेगा। इसलिए मैं सरकार से यह आग्रह करता हूं कि बिहार में सेमीकंडक्टर हब और एकीकृत औद्योगिक पार्कों की स्थापना हेतु केंद्र राज्य उद्योग साझेदारी के माध्यम से लक्षित कर प्रोत्साहन, पूंजीगत सब्सिडी तथा प्लग एंड प्ले बुनियादी ढांचा उपलब्ध कराया जाए। साथ ही बिहार को राष्ट्रीय सेमीकंडक्टर एवं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स विनिर्माण रोड मैप के में औपचारिक और स्पष्ट रूप से शामिल किया जाए, ताकि बिहार जो लगातार छूटा हुआ है विकास के रोड मैप से, उसको सेंटर स्टेज में लाने की कोशिश हो। बहुत धन्यवाद।
श्रीमती रजनी अशोक राव पाटिल जी।
धन्यवाद अध्यक्ष जी। अन्नदाता जो इस देश का सबसे प्रमुख घटक है, जिसका प्रमाण हमारे देश में 65% 65% से ज़्यादा है, उस अन्नदाता के बारे में मैं बात करना चाहती हूँ। ये अन्नदाता जो है, जिसको हम किसान बोलते हैं, वो हमेशा उपेक्षित रहा है और उसके लिए हमें मदद करने की आवश्यकता है। मैं मेरे क्षेत्र के, मराठवाड़ा क्षेत्र के किसानों की बात करना चाहती हूँ। वहाँ पे इतना घटनाएं घटती है कि आत्महत्याओं का प्रमाण सबसे ज़्यादा अगर हिंदुस्तान में है तो हमारे मराठवाड़ा में है। मेरे खुद के बीट डिस्ट्रिक्ट में कम से कम 250 से ज़्यादा लोगों ने इस साल आत्महत्या की है। वही समस्या हमारी मराठवाड़ा विदर्भ इस एरिया की है। सर, मैं बताना चाहती हूँ, हम अमृतकाल बोलते हैं इस देश को, कि सरकार बोलता है अमृतकाल, लेकिन किसानों के लिए ये विषकाल हो गया है। उनको जब तक विष नहीं पीते हैं तब तक उनको मुक्ति नहीं मिलती है। ये सही है और सच बात है। सर, कभी अकाल आता है, कभी बहुत सारा पानी आता है जिससे हमारी ज़मीन खराब हो जाती है, ना उपजाऊ का कम हो जाता है, नापिकी हो जाती है, खेत में पीक नहीं, वो जो कर्जा लेते हैं वो रिपे नहीं कर सकते, बच्चों का पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकते, और लड़कियों की शादी, इस सब दुष्ट चक्र में वो हमारा किसान जूझता रहता है और उसमें उनको मौत को गले लगाने के सिवाय और कोई चारा होता नहीं है। ये हकीकत है। क्रेडिट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी, जिला सहकारी बैंक, पत्र संस्था, बैंक, इस सब के दुष्ट चक्र में हमारा किसान अटका हुआ है और छोटी सी रकम लेता है, उसके ब्याज के ऊपर ब्याज, ब्याज के ऊपर ब्याज, ये करते 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 बेचारा थक जाता है। और तभी मुझे लगता है कि कभी कभी बड़े बड़े जो लोग हैं, उद्योजक हैं, चाहे मल्ल्या हो, नीरव मोदी हो, ललित मोदी हो, हजारों करोड़ रुपए कर्जा लेते हैं और बाहर भाग जाते हैं भगोड़े। और हमारे किसानों को तो कहीं जाना नहीं, अपने गांव में रहना है, तो गांव में रहना तो इज्जत बचा कर रहे, इसलिए उनको मौत को गले लगाना पड़ता है। इसके लिए हमें डॉक्टर स्वामीनाथन ने हमें जो दिए हैं लीगलाइज एमएसपी, जो हमारे नेता भी बार बार कह रहे थे राहुल जी कि लीगलाइज एमएसपी करना बहुत आवश्यक है, वो बहुत आवश्यक चीज़ है। मेरे खुद के डिस्ट्रिक्ट में 256 आत्महत्याएं हो गई, छत्रपति संभाजीनगर में 224 हो गई, नांदेड़ में 170, धाराशिव में 141, परभणी में 104, ऐसे करके कम से कम 1150 आत्महत्या इस साल में हो गई है। गए 5 साल में सबसे बड़ी आत्महत्या किसानों की हमारे एरिया में हो गई है। शेतकरी किसान जो है वो ये इतना अग्रिम क्यों हो जाता है, क्योंकि मुझे ये बताना है कि ये जब करते हैं।
सुजीत कुमार जी।
Chairman sir, I rise to request the government to consider the establishment of an independent space force to safeguard India's strategic interest in outer space. Sir, space is no longer merely scientific, it is a strategic domain. Our communications, navigation, banking, surveillance and military operations depend on space-based assets. Any disruption in orbit can cripple national security on the ground. Our government, under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has demonstrated our capabilities with the creation of the Defence Space Agency in 2019 and the Defence Space Research Organization. Sir, today, ISRO's achievements command global respect. The historic success of Anti-Satellite Missile Test, ASAT, has established India as a credible space power. Along with all these achievements, sir, an independent space force is also a strategic necessity today. Our greatest strategic adversary, China, operates a dedicated strategic support force. US established its space force in 2019, so we cannot afford institutional complacency when other nations are recognizing our space dominance, sir. Sir, the Defence Space Agency that we have today is an important first step, but it remains transitional. It functions within the existing price service structure and is headed by officers on rotation, and does not yet possess an independent cadre, a permanent doctrine authority, or full unity of command over space operations. Our dependence on space is accelerating. With Phase 3 surveillance systems and dozens of military satellites planned, protecting our space assets will soon require continuous, dedicated military operations. Space warfare is fundamentally different, sir. It demands specialized doctrine, dedicated career officers, continuous situational awareness and seamless coordination with ISRO and industry. Overstressed traditional commands cannot manage this indefinitely. Therefore, sir, I request the government to constitute a high-level committee to examine options for an independent space force and space warfare academy and submit recommendations at the earliest. We can wait for the first silent war to disable our economy, or we can ensure that no such war is ever fought. Sir, we need this force not to win a war in the stars, but rather we need it so that we never lose one on the ground. Thank you.
Okay. श्रीमान प्रमोद तिवारी जी।
मैं आपका आभारी हूं कि एक बहुत ही मानवीय प्रश्न पर आपने मुझे अपनी बात रखने का मौका दिया। ये सीधे सीधे नेता सदन से जुड़ा हुआ है। मैं नेता सदन का ध्यान आकर्षित करना चाहता हूं। 2013 में 8 अक्टूबर को श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जब रायबरेली से सांसद थी, यूपीए के चेयरपर्सन के तौर पे यूपीए 2 में एम्स की आधारशिला रखी गई थी रायबरेली में। मैं इस संदर्भ में आपसे 2 बार मिल भी चुका हूं। आज 12 साल से ज़्यादा बीत जाने के बाद अब तक पूर्ण क्षमता के साथ आमजन की स्वास्थ्य सेवाएं प्रदान करने में पूर्ण सक्षम नहीं हो पाया है एम्स रायबरेली, जबकि ये संस्थान उत्तर प्रदेश के मध्यांचल क्षेत्र के साथ साथ बिहार और मध्य प्रदेश के कई हिस्से की बड़ी आबादी के लिए जीवन रक्षक एवं उन्नत चिकित्सा सेवाओं का प्रमुख केंद्र बनने की क्षमता रखता है। एक वानगी देखें, प्रारंभ में 960 बेड 960 बेड का प्रारूप था, 610 बेड। सीनियर डॉक्टर्स के संख्या में भारी कमी है। मैं एक वानगी देता हूं, 200 सीनियर रेजिडेंट डॉक्टर्स की पोस्ट है और 37 है, 37 200 के अनुपात में 37। एम्स रायबरेली की स्थिति इसलिए और अधिक चिंताजनक है कि उस संस्थान में प्रोफेसर के 33 पद स्वीकृत है, 33 और 7 नियुक्तियां हैं। मनवरी, राजनैतिक विद्वेष की भावना से इससे ज्यादा कुछ दुखद नहीं हो सकता, जबकि 26 पद रिक्त पड़े हुए हैं। इसी प्रकार एडिशनल प्रोफेसर के 26 में से केवल 5 नियुक्तियां हुई हैं। कुल मिलाकर संस्थान में फैकल्टी के 201 पद स्वीकृत हैं और 85 पद रिक्त हैं, 85 पद रिक्त हैं। ये शैक्षणिक और चिकित्सक सेवाओं की गुणवत्ता पर निरंतर प्रतिकूल प्रभाव डाल रहा है। स्थिति ये है कि देश में जब अन्य संस्थान इसके बाद आए वो बना दिए गए, पर ये चूंकि मैं तो इसे कहूंगा राजनीतिक विद्वेष से नहीं किया जा रहा है रायबरेली। मानवर, मैं एक बार फिर कहना चाहता हूं, 1626 मेडिकल एवं नॉन मेडिकल स्टाफ के अगेंस्ट 450, 1200 से अधिक कर्मचारियों के खिलाफ 174, 108 टाइप 2 मकान की जगह टोटल 2006। अच्छा, सबसे दुखद है कि जो 2260 का बजट आया है उसमें इसके लिए धन नहीं रखा गया। इसीलिए मेरी चिंता ज्यादा है। कम से कम अस्पताल, चिकित्सा, शिक्षा राजनीति से अलग हटके करना चाहिए। सिर्फ इसलिए कि श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी ने एक बड़ा कदम, अच्छा कदम उठाया
श्रीमान
था और
नारायण शाह
इसलिए नहीं
के
कर रहे।
पांडा के जी। श्रीमान नारायण शाह के पांडे के जी।
धन्यवाद माननीय सभापति महोदय, आपने मुझे बोलने का मौका दिया। मैं एक अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण और गौरवपूर्ण विषय पर आपका ध्यान आकर्षित करना चाहता हूं। सभापति महोदय, मेरे जिले बागलकोट में हमें छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज और जगत ज्योति बसवेश्वर महाराज की प्रतिमा स्थापित करने के लिए रोका जा रहा है। ये बड़ी ही दुर्भाग्य और दुखद विषय है। बागलकोट नगर पालिका 2 बार सर्वसम्मति से प्रस्ताव का पास किया और जगह भी निर्धारित की गई, और उस जगह निर्धारित होने के बाद तमाम एनओसी लिए गए, पीडब्ल्यूडी का, पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट का और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का, सबका एनओसी भी मिल गया। निर्धारित जगह पर भूमि पूजन का भी हो गया। उस भूमि पूजन के वक्त सभी जनप्रतिनिधि, कॉरपोरेटर भी उपस्थित थे और नगर पालिका के सभी सदस्य उपस्थित थे, आयुक्त उपस्थित थे और हिंदू समाज के सभी गणमान्य लोग भी उपस्थित थे। जन सहयोग के लगभग 60 लाख रुपए खर्च करके निर्मित 18 फीट के 2 प्रतिमाओं के तैयार है और उसी जगह उस प्रतिष्ठापित करने के लिए प्लेटफॉर्म भी तैयार किया गया है। जब हमने प्रतिमा स्थापित करने के लिए निकला, तब हमें जिला प्रशासन से रोका गया और आज भी रोका जा रहा है। इसके लिए हमने 2 बार जिला प्रशासन से मिले, कलेक्टर से भी मिले और राज्यपाल महोदय से भी मिलकर इसके ऊपर अवगत करवाया गया। यह प्रतिमा क्षेत्र का गौरव का प्रतीक बनेगी, युवाओं के लिए एक प्रेरणा पुंज बनेगी। कर्नाटक सरकार का यह प्रतिरोध सनातन धर्म का विरोधी है, हिंदू धर्म का विरोध है, श्रद्धा केंद्र का विरोधी है और छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज का अपमान है। सभापति महोदय, मैं आपसे निवेदन करना चाहता हूं कि 19 फरवरी को छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज का जन्म उत्सव पर उसी प्रतिमा का उसी जगह पर अनावरण करें। इसके लिए आपका हस्तक्षेप और सहयोग चाहता हूं। मैं आपके माध्यम से अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं कि आप कर्नाटक सरकार को इस विषय पर त्वरित कार्रवाई के लिए दिशा निर्देशन जारी कराए। छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज की जय।
डॉक्टर विक्रमजीत सिंह सगानी जी, डॉक्टर एम तनवाल जी।
Honorable Chairman Sir, I rise to draw the attention of the August House that the Government of India has been implementing several important social security schemes with the objective of ensuring protection and dignity for the most vulnerable sections of the society. These include the Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme, Widow Pension Scheme, PMAY, etc., and the Annapurna scheme, which provides food support. Eligibility under all these schemes is primarily linked to beneficiaries being classified as below poverty line. The BPL is presently being used for determining eligibility is based on a survey conducted nearly 15 years ago. Since then, there have been significant changes in the country's demography and socio-economic conditions. Population growth, rising cost of living, unemployment and livelihood insecurity have substantially altered the poverty profile. As a result, many genuinely deserving and vulnerable individuals are excluded from the existing BPL list. This situation has affected the effective delivery of welfare benefits, preventing these crucial schemes from reaching the intended beneficiaries. Therefore, it has become absolutely essential to undertake fresh and comprehensive nationwide survey to reassess poverty levels and to prepare an updated BPL list reflecting present realities. Further, considering steep rise in prices of basic necessities, the annual income ceiling prescribed for defining poverty line also needs to be revised in realistic manner. I therefore urge the government to take urgent steps to conduct a fresh enumeration exercise and revise the poverty line criteria so that social welfare schemes truly benefit to the poorest and deserving sections of the society. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Sasmit Patra ji.
Sir, on behalf of my party, the Biju Janata Dal, and our honorable leader, Shri Naveen Patnaik ji, I focus on 3 key pillars for the holistic infrastructural development of southern Odisha's districts. It can be considered as a package which should really improve the overall development. These 3 pillars are railways, national highways and airports. I start with the railways. For the Ganjam district, the Railway Wagon Technology Park at Sitarapalli, the Gopalpur to Rayagada new line, the Brahmapur to Sambalpur line via Hinjli to Aska to Phulbani, and the modernization of Brahmapur railway station are extremely crucial. For Gajapati district, the Naupada to Gunupur to Theruvali second line is becoming very important. For Kandhamal district, the Brahmapur to Sambalpur line going through Phulbani and the Khorda to Bolangir line that has been languishing for years need to be stabilized and expedited primarily through the Kandhamal belt. For Rayagada district, the Gurupur to Theruvali new line and the Vijayanagaram to Titlagarh third line are required and is necessary now. For Koraput district, the Jaipur to Navrangpur, Jaipur to Malkangiri and the Kota-Valasa Koraput doubling are equally important. I come to Navrangpur district, a very important district of southern Odisha. The Junagadh to Navrangpur and the Jaipur-Navrangpur lines are crucial that are delayed. Further, for Malkangiri district, the Jaipur to Malkangiri and Malkangiri to Pandurangapuram lines are necessary and work is yet to start. I come to the second pillar, Honorable Chairman, sir, national highways. In Ganjam district, the four-laning of the National Highway 157, starting from Brahmapur to Phulbani to Bodh to Sambalpur, is very crucial. It is still very narrow, has to be four-laned. Brahmapur to Koraput, Your Lordship, the highway is extremely important, and that work is yet to be expedited. In Gajapati, the Vijayawada to Ranchi economic corridor is important for the tribal communities staying there. In Kandhamal, the widening of the National Highway 157 Ghat sections at Kalinga, Phulbani and Rani Pathar is important. Many precious lives are lost because of accidents regularly. In Raigada, the Vijayawada to Ranchi corridor stretch and the Palasa to Parlakhamundi to Raigada to Bhavanipatna road will be the corridor from the east coast right up to the western part of Odisha. I come to Koraput, National Highway 26, Borigumma to Jaipur, and the Jaipur-Kotpad bypasses are delayed. Work needs to expedite. I come to Nabrangpur. The Nabrangpur-Koksarai is delayed. Malkangiri, the Malkangiri to Motu corridor is delayed. Has to be expedited. The last 7 seconds, Rangailunda Brahmapur Airport needs to be expedited. I hope the government will take action. Thank you.
Dr. John Britas ji.
Thank you very much, sir. This is to bring an important matter to the attention of this august House, sir. So there is a mounting nationwide concern regarding the retrospective implementation of the teachers' eligibility test criteria, which will adversely affect tens of thousands of in-service school teachers appointed prior to RTE Act 2009, sir. So I will just give the details in a nutshell, sir. So Supreme Court in 2025 adjudicated that by interpreting Section 23 of RTE Act, it said that TET, that is eligibility test, constitutes a mandatory minimum qualification not only for the fresh recruits but also for those teachers who have been appointed prior. That means giving a retrospective effect to it, sir. Sir, this has created so much of havoc. Now, sir, the Supreme Court also said that if at all they don't pass the TET, they would be asked to retire in a compulsory mode, sir. Sir, teachers with less than 5 years of remaining service were granted limited relief, but this is only limited. They would be ineligible for promotion, sir. Sir, I do accept any standards that are being brought in to enhance the quality of the education, sir. But interpreting a section and making it retrospective, that's not fair, sir. That's not fair. Sir, it is going to affect thousands and thousands of teachers in this country, sir. Sir, already the plight of the school education in this country. You know, sir, in government sector alone, last 3-4 years, 18,727 schools were closed down, mostly in states like Bihar, UP, Himachal, etc. Sir, if you look at the vacancies that exist in the education front, sir, you know what is the number of vacancies? 3,57,862 as per the Unified District Information System, which is maintained by the Government of India. And can I tell you, sir, out of these vacancies, 1,93,000 vacancies exist in Uttar Pradesh alone, sir. Please understand, sir. Sir, my concern is that we need to make sure that this section shouldn't be applied on a retrospective manner. Sir, there are instances when Supreme Court interpreted legislations in such a manner. Either the government will clarify it or will come with a draft legislation which would be debated in this House, sir. I urge upon the government to make sure that the teachers are given justice. Thank you, sir.
Sriman A.D. Singh ji. Honorable Leader of Opposition, please don't raise anything concerned with the other house. Please don't raise the same point. You can raise any new thing.
No, I will, sir. I am raising only concerning about the Constitution. Sir, as I already pointed out, our House and also Lok Sabha both consist Parliament, and the Constitution recognizes these two houses, and we have to run according to the procedure, rules, and constitutional procedures. Therefore, I request you to run properly. We have to follow certain things, and that is what I said. Sir, leader of the opposition in the lower house.
No. This will not go on record. We will not be able to discuss
not allowed to speak.
about the other house or the thing that cannot be taken into account. I have already quoted Jawaharlal Nehruji's quotation, what he said about that. So I am not allowing anything. Now we are going to question number 91. Dr. K. Lachmanji.
Question number 91, sir.
Honorable Minister.
Sir, a statement is laid on the table of the House, sir.
Now, Dr. Lachmanji, first supplementary, please.
Sir, under the visionary leadership
you
of our
can't disturb the
beloved
House.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji,
Please bite it.
the coal
Please
sector,
bite it.
public sector
Rajaji, please bite it.
public sector undertakings have recorded strong capital investment movement. During the first quarter of financial year 2025-26, PSUs together achieved about 114% of their targeted capital expenditure, reflecting timely and effective execution. Through Singareni College Company Limited, Telangana continues to benefit from sustained investments, employment generation, infrastructure development, strengthening both regional growth and national energies. Through you, sir, I would like to know, could the minister share the specific benefits including infrastructure
Nothing will go on
development,
record
skill
except
creation and
the
employment
questions.
opportunities that these capex initiatives have generated in coal production regions like Telangana, particularly in enhancing local economic growth and supporting community
I am
well-being.
respecting him more than what you are. Don't try to teach the share. Don't try to teach the share. I know I am respecting him more than what you are respecting. I am always respecting him.
Yes, sir.
Please, Honorable Minister.
Sir, capital expenditure at any given point of time in any particular sector, including the country overall, is a very good indication of the indicator of the kind of progress that is being made. Sir, I would like to reiterate what the honourable member has said insofar as the coal sector is concerned. Sir, the capital expenditure incurred by the public sector coal units.
No, I will not allow you. I am not allowing you.
Year on year, they
No.
have always succeeded in exceeding their targets. And last year, sir, it was 140% more than the targeted amount.
Nothing should go on record. Nothing should go on record except the minister's answer.
Sir, the issue today is that apart from the 31,000 crores of capital expenditure that has been incurred in fiscal year 24-25, we should see that it has gone up from 2020-21 when it was 17,500 crores. It has gone to 31,500 crores in these 2 years. Sir, in addition, the country has witnessed record production of coal. It has crossed 1 billion tons of coal production for the last time, and it has gone up from something like 500 million tons to over 1,000 million tons, sir. This has resulted in reduction of imports. Sir, apart from the capital expenditure incurred by the PSUs in the coal sector, I would also like to add that the budget which was presented by the Honorable Finance Minister indicated a massive increase in capital expenditure for the country overall. Sir, in 2014, the country's budget provided for something like 2 lakh crores by way of capital expenditure. Last year, sir, it had gone up to 11 lakh crores. And some people like me used to wonder, will we be able to absorb and spend 11 lakh crores? So this year, the capital expenditure has gone up to 12 lakh crores. Add to that, sir, what is made available to the states through the Finance Commission, and you will see that's another 4 lakh
50,000 crores. It's something like 17 lakh crores. Then you add the sectoral capex by the PSUs. You have 30,000, 31,000 crores by the coal PSUs. Sir, in my own sector, the oil sector, the OMCs, our PSUs are called oil marketing companies.
You should
They are, sir,
maintain
also
the discipline
incurring 1
in
lakh,
the house, then I am
1
allowing
crore 20
anything.
lakhs.
You don't have that
1 lakh
discipline.
20 crore by way of capital. So it's a massive amount of capital expenditure which is being incurred in the country. Sir, this sustained overachievement from targets, despite coal sector being marred with various bottlenecks, makes the coal sector PSUs amongst the top performing PSUs in the country. Sir, insofar as the state of Telangana is concerned, as my honorable members are, one of the companies there, which is a PSU, is incurring at an annual 1,600 crores a year by way of
Please go back to your seats.
capital expenditure. This results in both direct and indirect employment. In fact, some various sums have been done.
No, please,
whereby-
go back to your seats. Continue. Honorable Minister, you please continue.
Sir, whenever capital expenditure is incurred, no matter in which sector, infrastructure is built, modernization takes place, jobs are created directly and indirectly. In the case of the facility in Telangana, sir, I think if I remember correctly, they are employing 42,000 people directly and another 16,000 or so by way of contract workers. So it is direct and indirect employment. Sir, in capital expenditure, you used cement, steel, so the production goes up, employment there goes up. All in all, I can say, sir, that overall in the country, you can see, apart from the central government's allocation of capital expenditure, which has gone up to 12.2 lakh crores, what is going to the states through the Finance Commission, another 4.5 lakh crores. What is being done by the companies in the coal sector, sir, 31,000 crores. And I would also like to add, sir, 18% of the coal production in the country is in the private sector. They are also incurring capex. So it's a situation in which the capital expenditure is contributing to the overall economic activity in the state, in the country also overall. And this has resulted in mining expansion and mechanization, first mile connectivity, railway sidings and logistics, thermal power capacity, renewable energy and coal gasification, and what is most important in a sector like coal, sir, it also helps in employee welfare and infrastructure, sir.
Second supplementary, Dr. K. Lakshmanji.
Sir, my second supplementary is very specific and pertinent, sir. Whether the investment in renewable energy by coal PSUs indicate a structured transition strategy rather than ad hoc diversification.
No.
Sir, thank
Nobody
you.
can force the chair. Nobody has the right to force the chair.
Sir, I think that's a very relevant question which the honourable member has asked, and I think the answer is also very clear, sir. In a sector like coal,
Nothing will go on record except the minister's answer.
Sir, in a sector like coal, one has to ensure both safety, the cleaning of the current processes, and then also last mile connectivity and also then transition, sir. And I think it's a very relevant question is asked, sir. In the diversification into renewable energy, the coal PSUs have already installed about 2 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity and have a strong pipeline of about 22 gigawatts across solar, wind, hybrid and solar projects. The NLCIL, Neyveli Lignite, leads with 1.6 gigawatts installed renewable capacity, over 2 gigawatts under implementation, and a long-term plan of 10 gigawatts by 2030. Also, sir, NLCIL, that's in Neyveli Lignite, CIL, is the first central PSU to cross 1 gigawatt and has achieved net zero. Also, sir, the same company is developing a 250 megawatt or 500 megawatt edge battery energy storage system. Sir, I could go on giving the contribution that the coal sector companies are doing for energy diversification. But I think this is captured and it is leading to transition. But clearly, sir, in a country which is on the move, if you look at the sustainability transition, sir, when the Honorable Prime Minister assumed responsibility in May 2014, we were only blending 1.4% of
biofuels. Today, it has come to 20% biofuels. If you look at the area of green hydrogen, sir, we have a target of 5 million 5 million tons by 2030, and I believe even that will be met. So the question that the honourable member has asked and the details I've given about the green energy, or rather this diversification into renewable energy, these are all very valid. I personally feel, sir, there was a debate when you said close down coal, close down fossil fuel. There was an international thing that, we should move straight to renewable energies. But sir, to move from the current situation to renewable energy, which must be available, and I have seen global estimates, sir, whether it's in the International Energy Agency or the BP Outlook, they say that our coal demand is going to increase in the next few years. In fact, it's saying by 2030 or so, it should go up by 17%. So while simultaneously we are cleaning the processes in coal, simultaneously whilst we are producing more, saving foreign exchange, we are also doing green energy movement into solar energy. There is also a lot of work being done on coal gasification, coal bed methane, and the other areas. I thank you, sir.
Third supplementary, Dr. Lakshmikant Vajpayee ji.
माध्यम से माननीय मंत्री से जानना चाहता हूं, व्हाट इज द कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द कोल पीएसयूज ओवर रिसेंट ईयर एंड हाउ द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कोल स्टैंड्स इन द कंपैरिजन ऑफ अदर मिनिस्ट्रीज in terms of capex achievements?
Honorable Minister.
Sir, insofar as the coal ministry is concerned, sir, with all humility, I say that I'm standing in for my colleague, Shri Kishan Reddy ji, who couldn't be here today. I want to pay him a compliment that in relation to the other ministries, the coal ministry has done very well. It has incurred 31,500 crores of capital expenditure, very good. But sir, with all modesty at my command, the coal sector is very different from others. So I should not compare that with the capital expenditure which my ministry, Petroleum and Natural Gas, the ministry with which I'm associated, ours is higher. It's about 4 times, 1,20,000. But sir, our operations are much larger. And I think it's very creditable for the coal ministry to have 31,000 crores as capital expenditure, and it is visible. It is visible in the last mile connectivity. It is visible in the railway processing. It is visible in the solar energy transition that they're making. Their companies, there are only 3 companies, sir, as far as I know, and all 3 of them are doing very well on capital expenditure. And to answer my colleague, the honourable member, they are doing very well in comparison to other public sector companies which are under different ministries. Yeah.
Fourth supplementary, Shriman Brijlal ji.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. My question from Honorable Minister, whether the investment in renewable energy by coal PSUs indicate a structured transition strategy rather than an ad hoc diversification. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister.
Sir, it is a structured strategy. What invariably happens, sir, is that all PSUs, the ones I am familiar with, which are dealing with the energy sector, they declare a date for net zero. The companies with which I am more familiar, like the oil marketing companies, they have about a net zero target by 2040 or 2045. So when you adopt a strategy, it has to lead in that direction. That you start a process now. Now I know in the coal sector, some of those net zero targets are a little closer. They are in 2030. So if you look at the overall figures, they may appear small now. But sir, if you look at the solar energy supply chain, it also is very cumbersome. So I am very confident. One, I can be very sure it is a consciously thought through strategy. It's not something that is done ad hoc. If there is a strategy to become net zero by a particular year.
2070 power.
No, 2070 is a national target. My senior colleague Manolal ji has just reminded me, totally correct. Sir, we set a national target of net zero by 2070. When the Honorable Prime Minister went to Glasgow, I think, at around that time when we took the 5 commitments, 2070 people said it's too far. No, for a country like India, which has great developmental challenges and which has been traditionally dependent on
different fossil fuels, etc. Sir, when I was associated with the Petroleum and Natural Gas Ministry, our daily consumption of crude oil was 5 million barrels a day. Today it is 5.6 million barrels. As we go forward, it will go up to 6 and 6.5 million barrels. Similarly, say for our companies, if they declare 2040, ONGC, IOCL, etc., it's a very bold target. Including in the coal sector, they are very bold targets. It may appear that the start is a little slow, but it's a structured strategy, and as we go along and clear the cobwebs, these diversification or movement into clean energy will be cleaned up. They have always, all of them, have been very consciously, whether even if a company is located in Telangana, it's not that it is doing capex in Telangana and providing jobs, 1,600 crores, but this company is also doing solar projects in the rest of the country. Thank you, sir.
Fifth supplementary, Ms. Dolasan ji.
Thank you, Chairman, sir, for giving me chance. Sir, through you, I want to communicate the Union Government Treasury Bench that coal is our national asset, but they are trying to disinvest and privatize badly this coal sector and the coal PSUs by any means according to their policy decision. I want to ask that whether it's Atmanirbharata at all, where our national assets are being sold to corporates and the foreign companies even, and it's affecting the nationalized coal industry and coal PSUs and the workers as well. How much capital expenditure and clean energy investments you do for coal PSUs, that doesn't matter. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister.
Sir, I am very intrigued when I have a question which is both a question and then there is an answer in the tail which says how much capital expenditure you do, it doesn't matter. But there are some other aspects to which my honorable colleague and friend has referred to, that national assets are being sold to corporate this thing. No, 1 minute, let's slow down. If there are 3 PSUs, one is called Coal India Limited, the other one is Singaneri Collieries and Coal and Colliers, the third one is Neyveli Lignite. Are these foreign corporate assets? So these are owned by our own people. And they are the people who are doing this thing. They are the ones who are doing this thing. Insofar as the coal sector is concerned, I must say, my little education in the last 2 days, it's not just the coal PSUs which are doing this thing. There are also private sector people who are running. There are about 86 private projects which are going. And I am not aware, sir, in my long history, 9th year in the Honorable Prime Minister's team or 39 years as a civil servant, I don't recall of any privatization of the coal PSUs. So I don't know what the honorable member is talking about, that we are selling the assets of the coal PSUs to corporate interests or to this thing. Yes, a little bit of illegal mining, not little, quite a lot of illegal mining takes place. That is in spite of us. That is, people go elsewhere. But now land is a state subject, sir. But because of the inherently dangerous nature of coal mining, which is below ground, etc., a center's clearance is required. So I want to categorically state the central government has not, and I say it categorically with my limited knowledge of the sector, we have not sold any assets to corporate entities. I don't recall, I don't think there's ever been a privatization of coal PSUs, etc. And the 3 of them, CIL and LCL, etc., they have all been working and their capital expenditure targets have gone up. So in one case, last year it had gone up by 140% over the existing target, and I also gave the figures in reply to an earlier supplementary, how it has increased from 22, 23, etc. So I think it's a happy story in the coal sector. Yes, we should do away. I mean, she referred to coal as a national asset. Well, if you're an environmentalist, you should say, by slowly use your coal, produce more, which we are doing. We are importing less. We are saving 60,000 crores, I think, on foreign exchange because of lessening of imports. And today we are in the happy situation. We are also making the transition to solar energy and other cleaner energy, sir.
Now question number 92, Sriman Rajendra Gupta ji.
Not present.
The third supplementary, Dr. Ajit Kopchade ji.
ऊर्जा सुरक्षा को मजबूत करने और आम नागरिकों का अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजार में कच्चे तेल की कीमत होने के वाले उतार चढ़ाव से बचाने के लिए माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में केंद्र सरकार लगातार ठोस और राष्ट्रहित में निर्णय ले रही है। मैं माननीय मंत्री जी को ये पूछना चाहता हूं कि क्या सरकार ने भविष्य में सरकार कच्चे तेल के रणनीतिक भंडार की तरह द्रवीकृत पेट्रोलियम गैस जिसे एलपीजी कहते हैं उसके लिए रणनीतिक या बफर भंडारण की व्यवस्था विकसित करने का कोई निर्णय लिया है और ऐसा कोई प्रस्ताव विचाराधीन है? और रणनीतिक पेट्रोलियम भंडारों का उपयोग अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कच्चे तेल की कीमतों में उतार चढ़ाव के प्रभाव को कम करने के लिए क्या किया जा रहा है? यदि हाँ